Molly the sheepdog once had a life of strife in a puppy mill, but now lives the life of luxury on Meridian Street in Indianapolis.
We're in Eaton, Indiana for a 5-year-old's birthday party that's bound to be positively perfect.
We're in the beautiful Skyline Club. Here we are above Indianapolis.
There's going to be dogs and kisses and food.
Treats.
And welcome to Grateful Rescue TV. I'm Pamela Terhune, and I'm here with my dear friend Patty Spitler and her dear friend Harry.
Harry's from the Grateful Rescue and Sanctuary, and he's doing really well. And Cricket's here as well.
Yeah, we have Cricket.
And we're in the beautiful Skyline Club. Here we are above Indianapolis. It's just gorgeous. If you get a chance to come here, please do. It's wonderful.
It's a stunning view.
Yes.
And it gets even prettier as it gets later when you see the lights of Indy come out.
And the food's wonderful too. And there's a special event coming up. You want to tell us about that?
There sure is. We are going to be having the Skyline Club Charity Classic on November 18th.
November 18th.
At 6 o'clock. And
6 o'clock.
this lady is the MC of the evening, so it's going to be a beautiful night. There's going to be dogs and kisses and food.
Treats.
We'll be hearing more about that later with General Manager Jeff.
Okay. We also have a story coming up, and our Adam Dunn did this story. It's a dog named Molly, is that right?
A dog named Molly.
And
she's living the good life. Started out at a puppy mill and just kept improving every day. She's better.
Day. Oh, that's wonderful. Adam Dunn has your story.
Molly the sheepdog once had a life of strife in a puppy mill, but now lives the life of luxury on Meridian Street in Indianapolis. The Boslers were looking for another pup and took Molly in.
We lost another dog in January and decided to give it a few months to grieve, which happens every time we lose an animal. And 2 minutes later, Barbara was looking for some online, and she found, and I said, okay, well, it'd be a small one, it has to be a small one. And next thing I knew, Molly was at our door. And Barbara portrayed it as a meet and greet.
Yeah, I spoke to Barb on the phone a couple times, and she had such a soft, kind voice. I knew she had the personality that Angel, now Molly, needed. And when we met, it was almost a perfect fit.
She showed up with the dog at the door and a bag, and she asked to put the bag in the den. We didn't know what the bag was until we all met Molly, and then Pam said, well, I better get going. And the bag is Molly's things. They're in the den.
She seemed comfortable here. She liked their dog. And she was so, at our home, she was so frantic, pacing back and forth.
And she was pretty chill. She was pretty accepting. The problem with Molly became in the first 3 days that Molly didn't know where her body was in space, and so she would just kind of almost knock us over. She didn't jump or anything, she would just bump us, and going up and down the stairs, and we thought, okay, this is not gonna work, you know. And she was also, the first 3 days, they kind of lose their house training a little, and then we put her in the car and she threw up. I mean, it was just like, and then I called Pam, I said, we're drowning here, what can we do?
I immediately told Barb, we need Nathan, the Indy dog whisperer, because Nathan constantly amazes me.
So a lot of times with fearful dogs, there's some typical kind of stereotypical myths involved, like if we just say, baby, you're good, you're safe. If we say things in that way, that will help them understand, but it never works that way, right? The dog actually stays more fearful. And the reason is, and I tried to help them understand this, and I think they did come to understand this, is from a dog's point of view, for a fearful dog to hear that tone means now I, as a fearful dog, have a parenting job because these humans sound like something's wrong. So now I get double watchful. Now I get double concerned. So the issue is the humans have to learn to exhibit the energy that lets the dog know everything's copacetic, man. We got it. Things are taken care of. You can begin to enjoy your life. And they took that up. You know, they said within a half hour, they were doing it.
Now with the knowledge in place, the Boslers and Molly have made themselves right at home. She is so comfortable that she and her housemate Daisy get into some daily hijinks.
She's a riot. She's really funny. She and Daisy run up and down the stairs, and they love these French doors that look out on Meridian, and they'll lie there and just kind of comment on the passing people. You know, some they bark at, some they let go, but that's kind of, and she really enjoys that because she's within the safety of the house.
We started out by keeping both dogs in the kitchen, where we have cats as well when we would leave, because you never knew what a new dog was going to do out in the house. And we came home one day from about an hour out, and the dogs greeted us at the front door, and each accused each other of having left the door open to the kitchen. And we went out the next day, and it was about 20 minutes, and the dogs greeted us at the front door, and we had both checked to make sure the doors were closed. And so I set up my video camera on my phone, propped it against some books, and focused on the door, and watched the whole thing. It took an hour and 10 minutes before she finally came up, looked around, and you'll see the video, I think. And just she uses her big paws to turn the knob, and here's it unlatch and just pushes it open. And you'll see her run out, then you see Daisy run out after her. And on a bad day, the cats are out there too. It's like one flew over the cuckoo's nest or something like that.
Molly went from rags to living her best life on Meridian Street. For Grateful Rescue TV, I'm Adam Byers-Dunn.
Oh, what a funny story about Molly opening the door. She's so talented.
I know, she's a keeper.
Isn't she adorable?
I know, she's adorable. So how do you feel now that she's gone through these past 6 months?
I think she has moved mountains in the way she acts now, as opposed to the way she was when she first came to us. She was just so frantic before, and now she just looks like she's found her place in the home. And what was the most surprising thing you found about Molly?
I think that she's became such a great dog that she's evolved from being such a scared, frightened animal, from being in a puppy mill to being this kind and loving animal in this wonderful household.
She didn't know how to dog.
Yeah, she didn't know how to dog.
She didn't know how to dog. And watching her running through the yard and having a great time, it's so heartwarming. And that's what it's all about.
Right.
Colton Howard here with Grateful Rescue TV, and today we're in Eaton, Indiana for a 5-year-old's birthday party that's bound to be positively perfect. See what I did there? Let's go check it out. How old are you turning today?
5.
5?
Yeah.
This is a big birthday for Emma Day. Not only is she turning 5 years old, but she's celebrating it with some of her closest friends.
And we're doing a pet adoption theme because she wanted to base it off of the Grateful Rescue. The August before, we lost our dog, and she wanted to raise money, her own money, to donate in his memory. And so we started selling wax melts and candles, and she raised money, and we donated it all to our Grateful Rescue. And that's how we became friends with Pam, and it's just kind of grown from there.
And Emma was granted another wish on this day. She wanted Jasper, a Grateful Rescue therapy dog, to attend the party and, of course, meet all of her friends. Jasper is an old English sheepdog. When he came to Grateful Rescue, he was in horrible shape, just skin and bones, but now lives a wonderful life as a therapy dog.
Let's give me a hug. I just want to tell you thank you so much for all you've done for Grateful Rescue. And I want to tell you happy birthday. And thank you for having us.
Let's flash back to the day Emma presented Grateful Rescue founder Pamela Terhune with a big check to help rescued animals.
And you want to hold the check up for us? Look at this, Micah. $300 to help you with your heartworm. Yes. We're so grateful for you. You know that?
In all, Emma raised more than $1,000 for Grateful Rescue.
1, 5, 2.
No party is complete without a piñata game, and the kids competed in a limbo contest. All in all, a 2 paws up party for a very special girl's birthday.
Do you want to say goodbye? Wave goodbye. Thank you.
Coming up, saving the big cats.
Oh, meow. And that's the Exotic Feline Rescue Center. So stay right there. It's perfect.
We're building a place where homeless animals find forever homes. A place where people connect with animals in a beautiful park. A place that brings people and pets together, building lifelong bonds. That place is the Grateful Rescue and Sanctuary, a proud partner with Best Friends Animal Society.
Continuing with Grateful Rescue TV, and here at the Skyline Club, we're going to talk about what it takes to get a rescue dog ready for a home. It's not easy. You know that very well.
It's not easy, Patty. In fact, some dogs are never ready. That's where the sanctuary part of the rescue comes in.
Okay.
And a sanctuary dog is a dog that is not adoptable, and they spend their life in safety at the rescue,
Wow.
and they live it out. And we have a very special sanctuary dog named Blossom.
Oh, what a wonderful name.
Oh, the reason I named her Blossom is because I'm looking forward to watching her blossom. And she has blossomed quite a bit.
Oh.
She's got a ways to go,
But
we'll watch her special story.
Meet Blossom, a sanctuary dog at Grateful Rescue and Sanctuary. Blossom was listed on a euthanasia list at an Indianapolis shelter because she was literally paralyzed in fear. So paralyzed, in fact, that Indianapolis Animal Control thought she had been hit by a car. She could not move when they found her at the house where she had been reported as having been sitting in the same place for 2 days. When we brought Blossom to Grateful, she was terrified and would not come out of her crate. In fact, I had to go inside her crate and lift her out whenever I wanted to take her on a walk. She was so terrified that she would crawl on her belly frantically. All she could think about was getting back inside to her crate. Never thinking of relieving herself or enjoying the outdoors, she was full of fear. So I decided to get rid of her crate and bring her inside with me, so she would be forced to interact with people and other animals. Blossom began to slowly blossom. She started bonding with me and a couple of our other dogs, Cricket and Alpine. Although she is blossoming, she still remains frightened of other people she knows. Even though she knows she is safe and loved by other members of the household, she retreats to her bed, albeit wagging her tail, but she is still afraid and unsure. So Blossom will remain here at Grateful, likely for the rest of her life, because she finally feels safe and loved, and we just can't see her going anywhere else at this point. Sometimes a sanctuary dog does thrive enough that they are able to move on to a new home, but until that happens, they remain safe and loved here at Grateful for as long as it takes, even if it takes forever.
And welcome back to Grateful Rescue TV. I'm here with Jeff Markowitz, and we are here to talk about the upcoming Skyline Charity Classic in this beautiful venue downtown Indianapolis. Jeff, tell us about the Classic.
Yeah, we've been doing the Charity Classic for so many years now, and we're so excited to partner with Grateful Rescue, just like last year. This year there's a little bit more that goes to Grateful Rescue, so we're even more excited.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But yeah, it's a great dinner. Pamela says a few words. There's a presentation. Then we have a live and a silent auction, and 70% of all the money that we raise will go to Grateful Rescue, which I'm on the board of. So I love the fact that it's going to them.
And tell us about the other 30%. Who does that benefit?
The other 30% goes to Club Corp and Vited's Employee Partner Fund. So it helps so many employees in need, especially these days. There's so many employees that need extra money and have situations that they're desperately in need.
It's going to be a great night. We had a great time last year, and we have dogs. We have, if you can imagine this, a live champagne table, a beautiful princess with a lit up gown, which is also serves the table, and she will give you your champagne as you get off the elevator. Things you've never seen before, and and items up for auction that you've never seen before, things you can't even go buy. So that'll be exciting. We've got things just planned, surprises, and a great evening in store.
Yeah. The meal's going to be outstanding also, and I think we're going to have are we going to have a specialty drink again this year?
We are. I think we're going to have the Blue Healer.
That's right. That's right.
We love the Blue Healer, smoking blue drink. And
that's right.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun. Don't miss it.
And dogs. There'll be dogs.
There's plenty. Last year we had 8 dogs, so.
8 dogs? Well, I think we should try to beat that record.
Exactly.
So you don't want to miss it. You'll never see something like this in a high-rise, beautiful venue. And my goodness, the view itself is worth the evening out.
Exactly.
So come join us. And if you want to get tickets, go to gratefulrescue.org and find the link. You know, Patty, sometimes cats come in big shapes and sizes.
Oh, indeed they do, and sometimes people get these cats and they don't realize that they're going to grow up to be really, really big. Exotic Feline Rescue Center in Indiana. Oh, you're excited about the cats. And we got Danielle McConnell, and she's going to tell us about how this place is saving the big cats.
We're just outside Indianapolis at Exotic Feline Rescue Center with the owner, Joe. Say hi, Joe.
Hi, how are you?
We're about to meet some beautiful creatures that have been abandoned and abused, and they have come here for sanctuary.
That is right.
So he's going to take us on a tour real quick. You ready to go?
I am ready to go.
Let's go, Joe. So how did you find this property?
I went to a realtor in Terre Haute, and I had 2 tigers in the back of a truck and the leopard in the cab. And I said, I'm looking for a place with no neighbors.
That's amazing.
Okay, now we're gonna get out and walk.
Oh, we are? You got it. So how many acres is this?
We have 260 acres here altogether.
Oh, wow.
And we bought the original piece that was 15 acres, which we're on now.
Okay.
And then over the years, we've been able to acquire 4 neighboring pieces of property.
That's nice. And how many people does it take to get this running on a daily basis?
We have 16 employees. All of our keepers have degrees in zoology or biology. You know, if you called us and said you had 20 cats that needed to be placed, we could do that.
Oh, okay. So where do you take these cats for their medical care?
Right here. We do it right here.
Really?
We have a clinic. I mean, it's fairly well equipped, but we have a new hospital under construction.
Oh!
So we will be able to increase the quality of the care we're able to give all of these animals medically.
That's amazing. So you have foxes as well?
We do.
So it's not just cats?
No. These 5 foxes, as well as 2 others, the DNR asked us to take from a home just outside of Indianapolis.
Okay. So are there any other species you're going to take in besides cats and foxes? Do you take any others?
Oh, we've been asked to take some bears. We used to have
Bears?
a bear here. We are under construction. We have bear cages under construction. We have been asked to take some wolves, and we'll be moving into that as soon as we get a little bit further along on the bear cage. And we were contacted by somebody referred here by the Department of Natural Resources who asked us to take a group of animals, among which is a coyote, which would be a new species or a new animal for us. The demand for big cats is not what it used to be, but certainly the demand for rescue animals is.
Well, that's amazing that you're taking in other species as well. Many of these animals have experienced a lifetime of displacement from their natural habitat, and in some cases, horrible mistreatments. It is organizations such as this that provide a life for these beautiful creatures. And if you would like to donate, get involved, Please visit efrc.org for more information.
Grateful Rescue TV. I am KJ, your kitty correspondent, and I am here today with kitties and Dawn with Indie Neighborhood Cats.
Hi, KJ.
Hi. So first off, we've got a lot of partners we're talking about today with Indie Neighborhood Cats, and these kitties are actually ready for adoption with ARPO, correct?
That's correct. I don't know if you know this, but about 80% of the kittens that flood our shelters that people adopt are born outside, which is why Indie Neighborhood Cats exists.
Amazing. So these two kitties who are looking for a home together, Cordelia and Astra, were born outside, and winter is coming. It is getting very cold, and to think 80% of kittens born outside could be facing this winter. We wanted to talk about what you can do to help the community cats. Obviously, spay and neuter so that we don't have as many, but the ones that we do have, what are some tips for someone at home who would like to get involved and make sure that our cats this winter are warm and safe?
Sure. So when people find cats out in their community that are living outside, you can go on our website and find a really great survival guide. Cats are born to be outside. We brought them in and found that they were really great pets, but what they can do is they can get something like a styrofoam cooler. They can even get 2 heavy cardboard boxes that nest into each other using straw as insulation, really heavy garbage bags and duct tape. Anything that keeps the cats dry and warm and stuffed with straw, which we always say is straws for strays.
That is so important, right? Because people think, you know, blankets keep us nice and warm, but blankets are not a good idea to put outside.
They're not, because cats will have snow on them. When it's snowy, they'll go into those boxes, and with their body heat, it'll start to melt, but eventually could freeze over and cause them hypothermia.
So we can keep them warm. We also want to talk about keeping them fed, and there's some important tips if you're going to be setting food outside for cats.
Absolutely. So just like shelters, you want to have something like a tote that's over on its side that you can put the food and water in to keep it safe from the wind, because the wind is what's going to cause the chill and cause that water to freeze over. So you want a really deep, dark dish for the water to keep filled with fresh water. You can even add a little bit of table sugar. That'll help, it'll help increase the time that the water stays fresh.
Oh, okay.
Some people put ping pong balls on the water bowl to keep it moving.
Oh my gosh, these are all such easy tips, and they're things that you can do very affordable and even just have around your house.
Yep.
The great thing about Indie Neighborhood Cats, they are in the field every day, and they work with different organizations, so when you do find kittens that need to be brought inside, like these two did.
That's right.
They're out in the field making sure that these kind of kittens get homes and that the cats that need to be outside stay outside. You gave a lot of great tips today, and you also have an entire guide to winter survival for cats on your website.
Absolutely. So indieneighborhoodcats.org. Look right on the site for the winter survival guide. It's got lots of great tips. And we can't thank little Cordelia and Astro enough, who came from ARPO, and they are up for adoption.
Together. Yes, we would love to see these two babies get a home together. If you are interested in learning more about helping cats this winter, or you're interested in adopting, we will put a link to these beautiful kitties who are ready to get back into their home right now, their foster home, which is safe and warm. Just go to gratefulrescue.org to find out more.
I will never forget the look on Sydney's face when she saw Diamond and Lily for the first time. They are part of a pack of 8 puppies, but since they're special, we went ahead and took them to a different room so they can learn to adjust. And they are mostly blind. They can see a little bit out of the eye that's open. What made you pick these 2 out of the whole litter?
Because they're like different from the rest, and because a lot of people probably don't want the ones like that.
Grateful Rescue saved 8 Aussie Doodle puppies and their father from an Amish puppy mill. It's a place where pets are treated like livestock.
and live a dreadful life of nonstop breeding.
I want to be a vet because a lot of animals just get sick easily, and like ones like these can just get hurt.
This is a big step for Sydney. She's been afraid of dogs since suffering a dog bite years ago.
But it was pretty rough. He drug her through some gravel. We had to get some stitches. We were there for a while, and it was a healing process. But everywhere she went for about a month, she kept a blanket over her face because she thought that.
I remember that.
Because she said she was ugly because she had scars everywhere. So when we would go to restaurants, she would sit with a blanket over her face.
But the scars have healed, and Sydney is ready to be a pet parent.
And she's wanted to be a vet for a long time, and she's going to build her own clinic, and she wants it on her property so that she's right there. So it's hard to say no when a kid is willing to do it.
You know what, Sydney? I have no doubt that you're the best mama to these dogs that's out there. And I couldn't be happier that your sweet heart has wanted to reach out to these babies. You know you're saving their life. You're a hero.
At Grateful Rescue, we'll miss the Aussie Doodle puppies and their dad, their endless energy, and their excited runs through the backyard. But we take comfort in knowing that they have forever loving homes.
Andrew, will you read me a story? Oh yeah, let's watch Faith's Book Nook.
Grateful Rescue presents Faith's Book Nook. Watch dozens of storytelling videos right now at gratefulrescue.org.
When we arrived on the scene, I would run towards the fire, barking at the men to hurry up with their hoses of water.
I can watch it as a bedtime story, or anytime I want to learn about animals.
Thank you for joining us tonight for tonight's book reading, and thank you for supporting Grateful Rescue.
I'll lend you my daddy. I'm sure you'll agree. Now that he's home, he belongs just to me.
Celebrities and pet lovers of all ages read their favorite books about animals.
This is First Dog Henry Holcomb, and we have a story for you. Apparently it smells good.
Storytime is anytime at Faith's Book Nook.
Watch Book Nook anytime on your laptop, tablet, or smartphone. Faith's Book Nook right now at gratefulrescue.org.
And Grateful Rescue TV, we thank you for joining us. It's been a wonderful time. Do you have a good time? Yeah, he always has a good time. And we'd like you to come and join us for the big event.
Don't forget, go to gratefulrescue.org to get your tickets for the Charity Classic. You won't want to miss it.
Oh, I'll be here. A couple of dogs will be here. And we're going to have a good time. Treats for everybody. So we'll see you then. And thank you so much.